What drives a Sith not just to participate in the war, but to lead a daring assault that would strike at the very heart of the Republic? Darth Malgus, the Sith Lord whose attempted takeover of Coruscant not only exemplified his strategic genius and martial prowess, but also marked a pivotal moment in the Galactic War during the era of the Old Republic. Malgus's ascent within the Sith ranks was as rapid as it was brutal, driving him to conquer and destroy in the name of the Empire. He viewed conflict not as a means to an end, but as an essential state of being for both the Sith and the galaxy. This belief led him to participate in numerous battles against the Republic, proving himself to be a formidable warrior and an astute strategist. The pivotal moment in today's story came with the signing of the Treaty of Coruscant, a deceptive maneuver orchestrated by the Sith to gain an upper hand. While the Republic was distracted with political negotiations, Malgus led a surprise attack on the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, signaling the start of a meticulously planned assault on the galactic capital. This bold move was not just a military tactic, but a statement of Malgus's personal vision for the Empire's dominance. The Siege of Coruscant, also historically recognized as the Sacking of Coruscant, was not a spur-of-the-moment decision, but a masterstroke of planning and deception, at least according to Malgus. The attack was designed to strike at the heart of the Republic, both literally and figuratively, aiming to demoralize the enemy and force a swift end to the war on terms favorable to the Sith Empire. In the shadows of the galaxy's political stage, Malgus and his allies gathered forces, amassing a fleet capable of launching a full-scale invasion. The Sith Lord understood that the element of surprise was key, thus the attack was timed to coincide with the Republic's negotiation with the Sith Empire, leaving the capital's defense vulnerable. As the Sith fleet emerged from hyperspace above Coruscant, the Republic was caught off guard. Malgus led the charge, personally directing the assault on the Jedi Temple. The symbolic heart of the Jedi Order and the Republic's moral authority was brought to destruction under his command. The ground forces laid siege to key strategic locations across the capital, engaging Republic defenders in a brutal urban warfare. Malgus himself was a whirlwind of destruction, his lightsaber cutting down anyone who stood in his path. Among those who fell to his blade was Van Salo, a respected Jedi Master for his combat prowess and dedication to the Jedi Order. The confrontation between Salo and Malgus was intense and brief, with Malgus ultimately overpowering the Jedi Master. In addition to the fall of the Jedi Master Van Salo, Malgus and his forces slaughtered many Jedi Knights, Padawans, and Temple staff who dared to defend their sacred ground. His actions not only secured the temple, but also major portions of the entire planet. This sent shockwaves throughout the galaxy, signaling the vulnerability of even the most secure worlds against the might of the Sith. The immediate consequence was the Treaty of Coruscant, hastily signed by the Republic in an attempt to end the conflict that had suddenly tilted in favor of the Sith. This treaty forced the Republic to cede control of several star systems, a bitter pill that strained its relations with various allies and sectors within its own borders. Malgus, having demonstrated his might, emerged from the conflict not just as a war hero among many of his fellow Sith, but as a symbol of the unrelenting force the Sith represented to the public eye. And his actions on Coruscant would be studied by future generations of Sith, like the ambitious Darth Sidious, as a masterclass in military strategy and Sith philosophy. However, this sacking of Coruscant was also a double-edged sword. It sowed the seeds of dissent among some factions within the Empire, who viewed the devastation not as a victory, but as a harbinger of more destructive conflict that hindered political benefit. For Malgus, the victory was a confirmation of his belief in the Sith way, yet it also set him on a path that would eventually lead to questioning the very structures within the Empire he had served and his loyalty to the Sith Emperor. In the broader galactic context, the fall of Coruscant and the subsequent treaty reshaped political boundaries, allegiances, and the very nature of the conflict between Sith and the Republic, setting the stage for a more complex and protracted struggle that would continue to evolve long after Malgus's time. Malgus believed that only through the crucible of war could true order and strength emerge. Politics were for the weak. However, this story of Darth Malgus is also a cautionary exemplification about the cost of such ambition. The seeds of discord sown by the attack on Coruscant germinated doubts and divisions, not just among the Republic and its allies, but within the Sith Empire itself. Darth Malgus, eventually driven by his ever-growing hatred around the instability of the Sith Empire, abandoned his ties with the Order and became a rogue Sith with greater ambitions. I want to thank you for listening through this lore story. If you have other topics you want me to cover, please let me know in the comment section below and I'll see if I can make something out of it. I really enjoy making these, so I have no problem delving into many stories of Star Wars. But with that said, never forget, the Force is always with you.